Hey boys and girls, welcome to Art with Misty Nicola. So for today we're going to be working in our sketchbook. Now this is either a book I gave you or one that you bought. We already designed our cover with our name on it, and now we're going to open it up. So I'm going to move my mask out of the way. I can open up my book, be careful, make sure you fold it. So today we're going to be working on a landscape on our first page. I'm going to keep my book this way. Vertical for my landscape. You can technically turn it sideways for a horizontal landscape, but I'm going to do it this way, and that'll be your choice whether you want to change it or not. So we're going to talk about the color wheel. So this is our color wheel, all right? So the color wheel is broken up into two halves. One, the cool side, and the warm side. Our cool colors are going to be purple, blues, and greens, and our warm sides are going to be the reds, the oranges, and the yellows. Now, easy way to remember that. So, our warm colors are hot colors, colors that remind us of the sun. So you have yellow to yellow-orange to red-orange, and even to like a reddish pink color, okay? Then our cool colors, think of cold colors, colors like the sea. So we have blues and greens and even some purples, all right? Now, besides the color wheel and our warm and cool colors, we're also going to talk about lines. Okay? So a line is a path of a moving dot. So if we have a dot and it's moving all the way around, eventually you're going to end up with a line, and it could be any kind of line. We could end up with long straight lines, short straight lines, curved lines, zigzags, diagonals, spirals, wavy lines, okay? So these are all different types of lines, and we're going to be using that in our landscape drawing. So to start, I need you guys to take out a pencil, and we're going to start off with some very simple curves for our hills. So I'm going to have one that starts out about here and ends at the end of our page, and I'm going to make a second one somewhere around here where it stops at the other hill, and let's make one more. Okay. Now we're gonna get some mountains in there. We're gonna play around with size, so we're gonna use that wavy line now. So let's see, something a little wavy, kind of like a M, and then I'm gonna kind of go off to the side. Maybe in the background even a bigger mountain, so maybe I'm gonna have another wavy line that changes up a little bit. Now you can do as many mountains as you want. You can do them on either side. That's up to you. Back here, I'm thinking maybe the sun, so like a sunset. I'm gonna have a nice soft curve going off the page. In my sky area, maybe I want to do some puffy clouds. And maybe we'll do a small one up here. Okay. You can do as many or as little as you'd like. And for the sun, we're going to exaggerate a little bit, and we're going to make these really tall rays of light. And I'm going to keep them behind my clouds. And behind my hills. You're just kind of pretending that you're dragging the line. So I'm going to make one here. Continue that one up there. And I'm going to go this way. Okay, so that breaks up my space. And we're going to continue, actually, let's see. Yeah, we're going to continue with these lines. So maybe I want to do some lines inside for my hill. Keep following. Okay, we're going to do the same thing over here. For this one, I'm going to say this is maybe water. You could do this grass maybe, but I'm going to do water. So for this time, I'm going to do a wavy line. Kind of mimics a wave. To break it up a little bit. And my hills, I'm going to continue to keep. I don't know what I do for my hills. So continue my wavy lines. Now that I have all my lines, I'm going to start to add some trees. Now anything in the front is going to be really large, anything in the middle is going to be medium size, and anything towards the back where my sun is going to be small. So let's do a gigantic tree here. And I'm going to switch over so that way you could see it a little bit better. You guys will either be using crayon or marker or a combination of the two. I'm actually going to use a marker. So let's make my first tree here somewhere so that you can see the difference. So using jagged zigzag lines, I'm going to make a tree. We're not going to see the bottom of it, just there. Medium size over here, so we're going to see the bottom of it this time. It's going to be a little bit smaller, not too small. Okay, kind of like a Christmas tree or a pine tree. And back here, we're going to make some little ones. So I'm going to use the tip of my brush, well, not my brush, my tip of my marker, and make some little trees. And I'm going to play around with the size. They're all small because they are in the distance. Anything else? No, I'm happy with that. Alright, so now, going back to our warm and cool colors, I'm going to put this here so that way you can see it as a reminder. I have two things of crayons, one warm and one cool. Mine are separated, but you know, you could always separate yours or keep them in the box. Just look here for a reference if you forget. We're going to start to color in these in some sort of pattern. So for my water, I'm going to do two different types of blue. Actually, before we even do that, so I'm going to take a black crayon and we're going to color in these trees. They're going to be silhouettes, so they're going to be black. So take your time. It covers up the pencil so you don't even see it. Now, if you don't have a marker, you could have done it all in crayon, that's fine. Take your time, color in one direction. So now our trees are done. I'm going to move on to the grass and water, or all grass depending on what you did. So I'm going to start off with my water. Oh, I broke my crayon. I know it looks sloppy now, but it'll get better in a little bit. So I'm going to start my grass. Your color pattern could be anything, as long as you're keeping cool colors on the bottom and warm colors on top. They could overlap or blend. So now we're going to do the warm colors. Now for our clouds, we're going to go back to cool colors. Alright, so now for our final step, we're going to outline, and like I said, you could do this in marker or crayon, but I'm going to do crayon since everything else was done in crayon. So let's see. It's going to help clean up our space. Do this at the end so that way you don't drag the color. Because if yellow mixes with the black, it makes it like a yucky greenish color. Try to avoid that. Now your lines don't have to match up perfectly, and you'll see why in a minute. So make sure you get rid of all those white spots, outline everything. I think I got everything. If you missed any spots, just go over it. Alright, boys and girls, there you have it. We have our warm and cool color landscape. It's outlined. We have cool colors on the bottom, warm colors on top. The clouds, you know, I decided to go with cool colors, but so that's it. I hope you guys had fun. Please remember to like and subscribe the video so that we get the notifications. Please remember to upload your artwork to Teams. I want to see your artwork so that way we can make a digital display of them. Alright guys, stay creative. Till next time.